Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Joshua Benjamin Ali, the CEO of JBA Consults. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at using AI in cold calls, the pros and the cons. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So balancing efficiency with personalization. So can technology replace the art of a good conversation, or is it simply a tool to enhance it? That's what we're going to be looking at. And here we go. So what is cold calling? That is the direct outreach method where sales representatives or systems call potential customers to pitch a product or a service. So cold calling basically is I receive a contact information from my manager or team leader or whoever it may be. And then I place a call to the customer for the first time to try to pitch a service or a product to that customer. That is cold calling, basically. So why AI in cold calling? AI technologies like natural language processing, which is NLP, predictive dialing, and sentiment analysis have transformed the cold calling landscape. So the purpose of this presentation is basically to examine the advantages of using AI in cold calls, to address limitations and challenges businesses face with AI-driven strategies, and then explore a balanced approach that leverages the strengths of both AI and human agents. So, pros of AI, that is data-driven insights. So the key points. AI can make thousands of calls in the time a single sales agent can make 10. Because it's a program, it's able to make calls constantly. Now, scalability allows companies to reach a broader audience faster. And it's ideal for industries with high volume sales cycles, that is, for example, in real estate or e-commerce. So example, a real estate agency uses AI-powered cold calling to pre-qualify 5,000 leads monthly, saving human agents time for meaningful follow-ups. So in this case, the human agents are actually reaching out to the qualified leads rather than spending all their time trying to pre-qualify a huge number of leads. So it plays a significant role here, basically making it more efficient. Supporting data, businesses using AI-driven outreach report a 35% increase in lead coverage. And the source is McKinsey. So pros of AI, efficient and automation, efficiency and automation. So the key points here, automation of repetitive tasks, that is dialing, leaving voicemails, scheduling callbacks. These are pros of AI. AI is able to filter low priority leads, allowing agents to focus on high value prospects. So they are able to go in for the hot leads rather than to focus on the cold leads. So speeds up the sales funnel by pre-qualifying the leads, as we mentioned earlier on. So an example is an insurance company reducing the time spent on cold leads by 50% by automating initial outreach with AI tools, and thus yielding better results. So they actually have people who are really interested in the service or the product that they are offering, and in so doing, able to reach out to them directly afterwards or in a form like a follow-up. So AI works 24/7, enabling global outreach regardless of the time zone. That is an additional benefit of AI because it can be programmed. It can actually reach out to somebody in the US. Currently, I'm in Poland, is what, 8 p.m. here. So it's able to contact somebody who is in the US, who their day is now starting without having any kind of hiccups or me having to basically stay up late to try to be able to reach leads. Pros of AI, data-driven insights. So key point here is AI analyzes the customer data to identify patterns, predict behavior, and optimize calling strategies. It also provides actionable insights such as best times to call, scripts tailored to demographics or purchase history, and conversion probabilities based on historical data. So AI is able to analyze or provide insights on your processes or on your calling strategies based on these kind of criteria. So an example is AI identifies that prospects aged between 30 and 40 are more likely to answer calls between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., improving connect rates by 20%. So supporting data, companies using AI for sales report a 50% improvement in decision-making speed. And this is the sources from Gartner. Now we move on to the cons of AI, lack of personalization. So the key points here to take note of are AI lacks the ability to have genuine unscripted conversations, that is with the clients, because it needs to follow what you have given it to produce. Prospects often feel like they're speaking to a machine, which reduces their engagement. So when the customer feels like they're speaking to just a robot, they tend to be in a position where they don't really want to continue the conversation. They just want to get something resolved and just get off the line. Scripts can't adapt effectively to unique responses or objections. So which means that if the AI is giving a script out and the customer on the other end has some additional question to ask based on information that has been given, it's not able to give any kind of unique response to those questions or objections that the customer may have during the point of that pitch, thus making it a negative, basically, because if you're not able to resolve or understand what I'm trying to say or provide a solution for something that will give me some information on something that might be bothering me, then how then do you want me to be able to purchase? Example, a prospect asks a nuanced question about pricing tiers. AI responds with a generic script, missing an opportunity to address a key pain point. So impact on the business is that its impersonal interactions can alienate potential customers, leading to lost trust and sales, as mentioned earlier. Another con, limited emotional understanding. So AI cannot detect or respond effectively to emotional cues such as frustration, curiosity, or skepticism. So because of that, you find yourself in the position where it's just going to keep providing information or keep going on without actually having or reacting to the frustration the customer may have or the curiosity the customer may have, or if the customer is being skeptic on the phone, it might not actually understand that this person is a skeptic and actually address that. So that is something that can be lost in the process. So emotional intelligence is critical for handling objections, calming upset customers, or building rapport. AI cannot build rapport, which is something that is very, very important when it comes to sales. A customer expresses dissatisfaction with a product during a call, and AI continues its scripted pitch instead of empathizing or offering a solution to that dissatisfaction. So that is something that can be missed here. An additional challenge is over-reliance on AI could lead to missed opportunities for deeper customer engagement. Because sometimes when you have a customer on the line and you're speaking and speaking and you're building rapport with the customer, they tend to say certain things or signal to you certain things that help you in the sales process or help you understand where they are in the sales process, whether they're still in the initial stages or they're actually in closer to the purchase stage where you need to now get to the purchase point. So AI does not really get that. So it's very important that you understand that this is a con of AI and human interaction is very, very necessary here. So if you're a business and you decide that you want to go strictly AI, these are some of the challenges that you may face. Another con here is ethical and compliance concerns. So privacy concerns, customers may feel uncomfortable with the level of data AI collects and uses. Compliance issues can also happen. So over automation may lead to violations of regulations like GDPR or do not call laws. So it's very important to understand this because GDPR rules, if you break them, for example, in Europe, there's a high likelihood your business might end up having to pay a very, very, very hefty sum in penalties. So it's very, very important that you understand this, that this could be a con. So you need to understand how to be able to use it properly and not end up using or end up in a situation where the tool that you want to use to expand the business is now ending up costing you even more than you would have if you just did it as should be. So an example is an AI, the risk of backlash, sorry. So prospects may feel misled if they discover they're speaking to an AI without disclosure. So it's very important also to understand that if you're in the position where you're making the customer speak with an AI bot, it's very important that you let them understand this ahead, which would also end up leading them to not wanting to have that conversation because they don't want to speak with an AI. So those are things that you need to take keen notes of. So an AI cold call campaign resulted in customer complaints about intrusive marketing tactics, damaging the company's reputation. So our additional challenge is transparency, that is disclose AI use of prospects, used to prospects, you need to disclose this, and ensure compliance by regularly updating AI systems to meet legal requirements, which is not as easy as it sounds. So these are some cons when it comes to AI. Now striking the balance, which is the hybrid approach. So AI can handle, for example, the initial outreach to pre-qualify leads through automated scripts that you've prepared, and then analyze call data to suggest strategies. So to give you information on how to be able to reach out to the clients, which time will be best to be able to reach out to them, and basically giving you the opportunity to have better results. Now, when the human agents come in, they do the building of the rapport and the trust with the clients or with the prospects, addressing objections and closing deals, and respond to complex queries and emotional situations that the client may or the prospects may have. So an example is AI cold calls a lead to gather information, and a sales representative follows up with a personalized pitch based on the data that has been collected. Case studies and real-world examples. So, for example, the first one, case study one, a SaaS company implemented AI cold calling to pre-qualify leads, saving sales agents about 30 hours weekly. And the second, a retail chain used AI to automate callbacks for abandoned cart follow-ups, increasing sales by 25%. So what basically this is referring to is, for example, you try to purchase something, you go to the card section and maybe you need to get your card information and you realize it's not saved in your phone. So you decide, you know what, I'm going to do it later on. And then you end up forgetting. The AI, in this case, giving you a call back to remind you or to like a follow-up to inform you about your card, gives the basically reminds you that, oh, okay, so I need to make this purchase. I completely forgot about it. And then the person is actually able to make the purchase, thus leading to increase in sales. So these are some of the real world examples or case studies when it comes to using AI and the human interaction. So having a kind of a hybrid system, and in so doing, actually making the sales process more effective, less time consuming, and actually yielding better results. So AI, in the key takeaway, AI is most effective when it supports, not replaces human involvement. So it's very important that we understand that AI is here to support people, not to come and take over. Conclusion. So pros of AI, in short, we have scalability, efficiency, and data-driven insights. When it comes to the cons, we have impersonal interactions, lack of emotional intelligence, and ethical challenges. So these are basically a summary of the pros and the cons of AI. And the key takeaway here is businesses should view AI as a tool to enhance productivity, not as a standalone solution. So the call to action here is audit your sales process to identify where AI can add value and train your human agents or train your agents to complement the AI capabilities effectively. So basically making sure that they're up to date with new AI tools and new AI processes that would actually help the agents themselves become better, because now they have something complementing them and they can now focus more on the actual work of calling customers who are interested and actually closing deals, and not spending 3, 4, 5 hours just placing cold calls who have not been pre-qualified, and just spending time just calling, and nobody really answers the phone. So it's very, very important to understand that these are pros, these are the cons, and it's very important to know which place you can actually bring them together to form kind of a hybrid system, and that would actually yield better results for your business. So the next steps here, what areas of your cold calling process could AI streamline? How can your team balance automation with a personal touch? And what training or tools are needed for your agents to excel in an AI-assisted environment? So these are questions to consider, and it's very important that you consider these and figure out how best you'll be able to get your business or get your office or get your team, your sales team, to move from stage 1 to stage 10 or to stage 2, basically. Just become better than they were before. So AI, as we understand, is here to help us, not to replace us. So that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing. This is the kind of videos that you like. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.